Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are going to be unboxing and taking a look at the Macabre Tarot. This is by Samantha West, published by Rockpool, and it retails for $34.95 in the US and $25 in the UK. I'm already loving the whole packaging here. It is fantastic. It is on point with the coffin shape, and then we have the foiling. I love it. I mean, look at this. It's so much fun. All right, so let's take a look at the back here. It says, "Are you ready to embrace everything that lives in the shadows? Step into the darkness and release your fears." A 78 card tarot deck that calls you to turn away from the light and explore your own shadow. While following the traditional tarot structure, this deck takes a look at darker sides and implores you to embrace all the spooky things that lurk in the dark. Be warned, this deck is not for the lighthearted or weak-spirited. Makes sense when you buy something that's called the Macabre Tarot. You're not looking for something light and fluffy. So this feels a little heavy. Let's take a look here inside. Oh my God. I love how it opens up. There's a speaker thing here. Okay, pull tab. All right. Oh my God, what? Oh my God, that just made my whole month. What? The most amazing packaging I have seen in a long time. All right, so this looks like it's the guidebook. And then we have the card deck here. Ooh, we have gold foiling here. It looks like a little bit has rubbed off on the edges here, but you know what? That is par for the course anyway. Yeah, it looks like it got rubbed off in the manufacturing. That's all right. I am impressed with this. I am excited. Okay, so let's just take a peek before we go into the deck flip through. Let's just take a peek here at the guidebook and see what's inside. So the table of contents, we have an introduction, how to use the cards, and then it looks like we've got the major and the minors. And oh yay, we have an individual page number for each card. I love it. So we have bones, daggers, crystals, and cups. So bones must be wands, crystals must be pentacles, and daggers must be swords. All right, let's see here. In Jungian psychology, the shadow is the unknown parts of yourself. Shadow work, a long process that involves meditation and introspection, allows you to dive deep within your own psyche and connect with the parts of you wouldn't otherwise know. The Macabre Tarot is a deck designed for shadow work, the exploration of the sides of yourself you'd prefer others not see. Many shadow workers allow themselves a safe place to explore their own darkness, or space, excuse me. Tarot is a great tool for opening yourself up to your shadow as it asks you questions you wouldn't otherwise consider. Shadow work happens when you stop pushing out the dark, intrusive thoughts born of anger, sadness, and disgust that sneak in when you're trying to fall asleep at night, and take the time to get to know them. Knowing your true, authentic self is only possible when you work to understand all of your sides. The Macabre Tarot is all things dark and scary. The artwork was born out of the artist's own shadow work and exploration of the macabre, the dark and creepy sides. In spiritual community, we're often encouraged to only embrace the love and light, but shadow work demands we see both sides of the coin. While creating the art, the artist acknowledged the positive message each card had to give, but pushed deeper to also see what warnings they had to offer. This deck is built off the traditional 78 card tarot structure with 22 major and 56 minor cards, but focuses more on the warnings and dark messages they have to offer. If you are looking for love and light, turn back now. This is not the deck for you. These cards are your guide into darkness, into the recesses of your psyche, and it is only through exploring your darkest sides that you can find your way into true light. So here we go as well. They retitled the majors, some of the majors, and the court cards. So we have the Page, which would be terror, the Knight, which would be nightmare, the Queen, haunting, and the King, massacre. Wow. So the court cards can be approached in various ways. So explore what feels right for you. Reversed upside down can pop up in a reading. Choose your own paths. So we got single card, explore the shadow spread, coffin spread. I love that. And then we have tombstone spread. And then it goes into the cards. All right. Yay. So enough of the guidebook. Let's get into the cards. Ooh, I love the back. Look at how pretty that is. Pretty in a macabre way. I love it. All right. And then as we already touched on, we have the gold foiling, which is nice. And let's just take a peek-see at the cardstock. It's thin, but you know what? It's not terrible. It's still flexible. It's still snapping back. I'm not mad at it. It's also a very nice matte. There's not much gloss to it. Well, hold on. Ooh. Yeah, it's a matte with a little bit of gloss, I'm going to say, because we have a reflection here. There's no like coating is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it is. In my mind, I'm considering this a matte. Very interesting. I rather like the use of the black and white and gray. And so also be careful when you are pulling these apart. Because of the foiling, they might stick together. So High Priestess is the divine. Empress, the ethereal. That is really cool. The Emperor. The names are very telling too. I like that. The Guide for the Hierophant. That is like one of my worst nightmares. They look like dolls that have like that you would see in like scary movies. Ugh. That and sharks. There's a few things that I try to stay away from. This is like this is scary as well. The Chariot here. Oh my. That's like a shadow person lurking in the dark. I like this very interesting strength card, the use of the snake instead of a lion. That's really interesting. Oh, we got a plague doctor. Very fitting. The history of the plague doctors is quite an interesting history. I urge you to look into it. That's really cool. The spider webs and the bats. Ooh. Oh, I love it. It's like a little skeleton mermaid. I'm going a little slow while picking these apart just because they are sticking. Really like this death card. Ooh. Ooh, that is, that is really cool. Oh, I love this. I know I shouldn't be like, oh, it's so cute, but it is. Right up my alley here. I like it because it's not crazy, crazy, spooky or scary or disturbing so far. It's just dark enough to where it makes sense, oh wow, for shadow work and the purpose of this deck. But it doesn't alienate people in a way that, like, if you really want to work at shadow work and want to use this deck, I don't think it's going to scare you to the point of not wanting to do it. This reminds me of a spooky, It's a Small World. A little bit more disturbing than the original, right? Oh, I like this. Awesome. Okay, so right off the bat for the major, I really like it. I like that the names that they chose to rename it are, they fit very well into the Tarotverse, I'll call it. All right. Oh my gosh, are these going to be bones throughout? Like, I'm excited. Ooh. This is really cool. It's so different. It's not necessarily like, I wouldn't call it a pip deck yet, because it does seem like there's like a scene in a sense going on, similar to what you would expect for most reinterpretations of the decks. But in the same breath, it is specific to shadow work, so it's very interesting to see the imagery here. Wow. All right, so we have the page. The knight. Queen. And the king. I love that. I love the renaming of it too. Very macabre. I love that. All right, another snake. I think this is going to be a pattern we see here. It kind of reminds me of the Threads of Fate deck. I believe that's what it's called. In a way, the way the symbols are and how it's set up, but different, obviously. Oh my gosh, I love that. This honestly might be my favorite rendition of a Four of Swords. I love that. It's interesting. Huh. I've been noticing the use of this gold, and to me it could be interpreted into many different things. But I like that it's kind of ambiguous. Ooh. And it's the throat this time. Interesting. I'm being very careful with what I can say. Want to appease the YouTube gods. This is another terrifying thing for me, are clowns. I do not do well with clowns. And this one is absolutely frightening. All right, now moving on to the Pentacles. Interesting. Oh, I like this. Oh, that's terrifying. I'm really liking this. I think this has a lot of potential for a lot of different ways to use it for shadow work. I'm really excited that they included spreads to help you through that as well. That's really cool. Oh. This reminds me of that saying, like, you have a silver tongue. Is that the saying? That's what popped in my head. Kind of like you can talk your way out of anything, but obviously it's not the correct card for that. But that just reminded me of that. Anyway. Ooh, interesting. Very cool. Yeah, these shadow people are really interesting, but at the same time terrifying. Oh, I love that. Cute. I like the opposite thing going on there. That's really neat. Duality. Okay, come on. Okay, this one's really cute. Oh, that one's a little terrifying. Although her face kind of reminds me of Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I have weird references. I know, I'm sorry. Oh, no, I don't like that. Are you my mummy? Doctor Who fans in the house? That's really cool. Ooh. Well, all right then. Creepy. I am seeing so many different ways, so many opportunities for this deck. Oof. Oh, wow. All right, let's see how it shuffles. Ooh. Not bad. Everything snaps back, nothing's sticking now. Let's try it this way. Oh, yeah, I have no issues with this. How it shuffles, it seems just fine. Can I get a card, please, to read? All right. So we're going to read for the 8 of Daggers here. Let's look at the table of contents, because that's just so much fun for me. I love being able to go quickly to it. 55. All right. Upright, entrapment, self-deceit. Reversed, freedom. Interesting. I love this. You're feeling trapped, like you can't breathe, and the walls are crumbling around you. Look more closely. Are you creating your own boundaries? Have you crafted this prison on your own? Even though everything feels like it's closing in, you know what you have to do to escape. It won't be easy, but it's certainly possible. Recognize when you're building your own prison and don't allow yourself to be chained. I love this. Just out of curiosity, I want to see if what we can read for. Let's read for the Divine here, since it's the first major that came out that I saw. So let's read for the Divine here, which is the High Priestess. Okay. So it even tells you here, previously the High Priestess. So upright, divine knowledge, tapping into the collective unconscious, and reversed would be repression and disconnection. The Divine is that quiet voice in the back of your mind that says, don't go there, it's dangerous. It's the whisper in the night that reminds you to check your locks or to avoid turning down a dark alley. It's your connection to the divine knowledge, the collective unconscious. Trust your intuition as it's telling you something you may not be willing to understand. I really, really, really enjoy this deck. I think it has a lot of value. Packaging alone is fun and adorable, and let's just hear it again. I'm going to have way too much fun with that. But I think there's a lot of value as far as using this for shadow work. And by all means, I'm pretty sure, can use this for regular readings too, if you're drawn to it. There's a lot of value here. It shuffles just fine. I don't have an issue with it. The cardstock is just fine. I like that the images came out of the artist's own shadow work. I feel like this is a special deck. It really is one that you don't see anywhere like it. So I'm going to throw this to you. Are you excited about this deck? Is it on your list? Did you order it? Or is this just a hot pass for you guys? Like, this is not like what you're into at all. I think this is a lot of fun. I think that, my shadow work is going to be a lot more enjoyable, just because the images, whilst they are a little macabre and spooky, they are not going to turn off most people. It's spooky enough to get to the point, but it's not terrifying, and it's not going to really keep you up at night. You know what I mean? So I love the guidebook. I love the added spreads. I think this is fun. It doesn't hurt my eyes because the images are varied. and the use of the black and white is varied. I think it's fun. I think it's really cool. I love just the uniqueness of it. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. As always, don't forget to check out all of the links in the description box should you want to purchase it. They are legit links, and I am only affiliated with Amazon, as well as all of my other links in the description box as well, to my socials, etc. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.